Cheryl Todd here from the 2019 CPAC in Maryland, and I had a chance to catch up with my good friend here, Gina Roberts. Thank you for taking a minute. Now, Gina is so active in is it the Republican world? Is it firearms advocacy, two-way advocacy, all of the above?
All of the above, and then throw a little transgender work in there and marginalized community advocacy.
That is awesome.
I'm not bored.
Not bored. You should definitely follow her social media because seriously, your selfie file, I'm very jealous. I mean, I think I've got a pretty good selfie file.
You have a really good selfie.
Right, but it's a who's who of the people that are really out there affecting change and really out there getting the work done.
I'm really proud of my family.
Absolutely, and I'm proud of you, and I'm proud to know you, and you are such a bridge builder. You are such a force for helping people to find their commonalities instead of focusing on the things that we don't have in common, and I just really admire that work. And so you're also connected with the Log Cabin Republicans. Tell us about that.
Okay, I'm the president of the San Diego County chapter of the Log Cabin Republicans. I also was just elected member at large to the California organization, Log Cabin California, Log Cabin Republicans California. I've been very active and working with the national group. In fact, that's one reason I'm here. Is I'll be working down in the booth a little bit today, just to touch base with conservatives. And perfectly honest, CPAC has done a wonderful job of accepting us into the conservative world. It's in California, the changes we've made in the California Party have just been amazing. They elected 3 members, LGBT members, to the executive board of the Republican Party. So a lot of fun working on that too. And I'm kind of the Second Amendment target, focus for that, and so I get around a lot with that. I'm having a ball.
That is fantastic. And so you and I also are part of a group called the DC Project, right?
Absolutely.
And so, of course, that is 50 women, one from each state. I am Arizona. You are obviously California.
I am California, and also I have the honor of being the LGBT rep.
Yes.
I'm kind of proud of that.
And that is so important because traditionally speaking, the LGBTQ community has leaned a little more to the left.
Oh, it's not leaning, it's like falling.
And so for whatever reason, we'd have to go back and look at our political history books. For whatever reason, those that lean left have really pushed away their Second Amendment rights.
They have, actively, as a matter of fact. It's kind of like, kind of a parallel is the way the Jewish community is a lot like the LGBT community. They have this horrible history of being, I'm just going to say, picked on, victimized, and please take our guns, and I have friends in the Jewish community just like I have friends in the LGBT community that are like, we don't get it either. And it's just kind of an institutional knowledge issue, and it's really fun. I work in teaching LGBT people how to shoot, and I teach the Jewish community how to shoot. So we're reaching out for everybody.
And that's so important. And so as you are building those bridges, as you are, representing really 2 communities, right, which really should be one, right? And you're doing a good job of bringing it as one, right? What is the biggest pushback you get from people that are like, how are you like me, and yet you like these gun things, and you like these hateful conservatives, and how does that work?
What's really interesting is what you said is very much the perception of my compadres on the LGBT left. First of all, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been here for a day and a half. I haven't been attacked once.
Not one. No, I've hugged you several times.
Right.
And I might have almost knocked you over when I hugged you, but
So except in, I'm here with some of my trans friends, and 3 years ago they were almost scared to do this. Today we did it for an hour or so, just holding an American flag up, and interfacing with people and a lot of the press people. We had a lot of pictures, a lot of press people interviewing us and taking pictures. And mostly in this organization, in the conservative world, I can't tell you how many times I was the first trans person somebody ever met. You know, and a lot of that is that the dogma, the way that people were brought up, you know, it was just evil because there was no humanity attached to it. And so one of the things that I find most effective, and it works in the gun community too, is supplying the humanity connection and reaching out, teaching people that, hey, I'm Gina, I happen to shoot better than you, and I'm human. And it's really interesting because I'm very active in the Tea Party world, in the Republican Party. And that gives me so much street cred, it's scary. You know, I was in a room one time and stuck my hand up to talk, and I had helped with guns. 3 of the people on the panel taught 25, 30 people in the room how to shoot, and they were like, yeah, we'll listen to her, she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And so, you know, like you said, it's all about finding that common ground and working with people and establishing a rapport and establishing a humanity, and then supporting them.
Yes.
You know, I can't walk up to you and say, I don't care what you're all about, I want you to be about me.
Yes,
you know, and
thank you.
It doesn't work, and that's one of the problems with I see in the LGBT left, is it is all about them, and there's no negotiation, no ability to have a conversation about how we can all work together. And the 2 ladies I was here, I met them actually a little over 2 years ago, when we went to the Department of Education to talk about transgender bathroom rules and the Obama administration resolutions and things like that. They have a little bit different views than I do. Doesn't matter, we love each other.
Yes.
And we're working together. And, you know, like, they didn't necessarily support Trump. I'm all into Trump, you know, because of the gun issues, because of all the issues that he's doing for our country. You know, and yeah, I'm annoyed about a few of his other policies.
That's going to happen.
See,
We're
I'm
all
a Reagan
human.
Republican. 80% friend is not a 20% traitor.
Well, that's the thing is, you know, again, it goes back to being human, you know, and so when people want to, you know, the minute that any elected official does something they don't like or wish they'd have done a different way, or whether it's the NRA or whoever it is, and it's like they just want to see it as an all or nothing situation. And there ain't none of those, is there? And I think those of us that are the most successful at building relationships and causing effective change around us, like yourself, get that, right?
It's all about having a conversation with people and being able to establish some common ground. It's not easy. In some cases, you've got to just acknowledge that it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Just still don't have to hate people.
Right.
You know, you can still acknowledge, okay, you have a very valid point of view. I just don't agree with it.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and what's really kind of the hard part about the gun issue, and it's like everybody thinks they have the same goal in mind. You know, nobody wants to see people shoot up schools. I don't. I volunteered to be on campus with a gun 1 day a week if I had other people that would be there the other 4 days a week. Every day, everywhere, no problem. It's California, it's a little bit hard to pull that off. A couple of the people in the school board were like, that would solve a lot of problems because it would save them $180,000 for a school resource officer. But, you know, there's just different ways to approach problems, and sometimes you need to acknowledge that you're not going to approach it the same way and maybe find another way of making something happen.
Well, I appreciate all that you do. I appreciate all of the rooms that you place yourself in. I was talking to Willis Lee earlier and saying his frequent flyer miles have got to be like nobody else, except maybe Gina's.
Yeah, we're like this.
Yeah, no doubt.
Great man. Supporting him for his NRA board.
Absolutely.
Actually, I'm trying to get him to help me get on the NRA board.
Oh,
that would be
so
good.
maybe that's
I kind of have a
next year's
demographic that's not very well represented.
Exactly. That would be a wonderful and interesting journey.
It would be.
I think that would be, we should talk about that.
It's time for a big step for Gina, and I don't quite know what that is yet. So playing with a lot of different things. I have so many friends. I'm so grateful, like the DC Project ladies. It's like you know, I met with these ladies and I was like, oh, I hope everything goes okay. And it was like, you're part of us.
Yep. We're family.
Yeah.
You're stuck with us now.
So you have 50, 60 of the most type A successful women in the world, and I have 65 new #1 sisters.
It's true.
It's amazing. You need help? Sure. Here, everything I have, you have is available.
And that's rare.
An amazing world.
That's rare. And
I sit back and just kind of the onion ninjas run through the room. I can't cry, you know, it's bad. It's the onion ninjas.
My eyes are leaking, right? You're sweating. Well, so you gave us a little bit of a glimpse into what might be coming in the future. If we could, you know, give you any help with that, I think that we should talk about that more and more because that you're significant. You represent a significant portion of the community, and what better way to welcome people into the Second Amendment community other than to see one of their own, one of our own, representing in such a powerful way. So what else is coming up for this next year before I let you run away?
Well, I'm very active in California Republican politics. We have quite a challenge trying to take back California.
Yes.
I don't know if it's going to happen in 2020, but we're just going to keep pounding away at it. And so that's, I'm getting more and more involved in the party. I'm a Central Committee member and a delegate to the state convention. And so I'm really involved in that too. It's just, I've got so many things, and I don't have anybody that's actually relying on me to bring a paycheck home anymore, so if I eat macaroni and cheese 7 days a week, my fault, not anybody else's, and so it just gives me a lot of opportunities to get out and see people, and you know, so I can go, I happened to be going through Pittsburgh on the way home one time, and stopped and participated in their Second Amendment rally that Kelly Pigeon was doing. And
one of our DC Project delegates.
DC Project from Pennsylvania. And I walked up to the guy that was running it, you know, and said, "Hi, I'm Gina Roberts. I just want to let you know San Diego County Gun Owners is here supporting you." And he's like, "Why?" Yeah, great. And so, you know, it's just, you know, again, you know, if you're in the neighborhood, participate. You know, if you, anything you can bring to the table, bring it, because we're going to fight for our lives.
We so are.
You know, and our lives being defined as our rights. And, I don't care what people say. The end goal is to remove our rights. And you know, and I have very dear friends that happen to be on the other side. I have a I have a nonprofit that we put on a Western Days Parade in Valley Center every year. I'm the president of it, and the other 6 members of the board are all very liberal. And we just sat down and said, okay, this isn't about politics, this is about our small town. We're going to do the best we can to all work together. And so we usually have like a 5-minute, your candidate's an idiot, your candidate's an idiot. Okay, we're done.
That's right.
And it was kind of cool because I ran for school board in the town I lived in. And I got invited to the Democratic Club to actually talk about my school board run. And which may or may not have happened otherwise. And so a lot of fun. And so where am I going? I have no idea.
Right?
Sky's up there.
Yep. No, I get that.
I have
and
nothing in the way. So
is that
if I could find somebody that would give me $100,000 a year so I could travel all year, that would be perfect.
Right?
Any suggestions?
Yeah, everybody out there, because you know she would make very, very good use of it. I promise you.
Yeah, but so you know that's the only thing that's kind of limited. You know, it's all self-funded. You know, it's like the DC Project.
Yep.
We are self-funded because it's important.
Absolutely.
And we are all super dedicated to it. I mean, it's amazing. You know, all the organizations I'm involved in are super dedicated to changing the world to the better. And if I can, it's an honor to be in that environment. You know, and I just sit back. I sit back at home and I'll just sit down and go, wow. All these cool people letting me play with them. You know.
I get that. I really do. And it's your can-do spirit that will just keep opening doors that you don't expect. And I know that you'll step through and you'll say, okay, what am I here to do? And I love it.
What trouble can I cause now?
That's right. Thank you so much, Gina Roberts.
Sorry, you
really appreciate it. Absolutely. Thank you for all you do. All right, stick around. Much more coming up from CPAC 2019.